Al Pacino, 85. 1 Oscar, 2 Emmys, 4 Golden Globes, pillar of the New York School. Alfredo James Pacino, known to the world simply as Al Pacino, remains one of cinema's most enduring legends. Born in 1940 in East Harlem, New York, Pacino's career has spanned over 6 decades, bridging the golden age of method acting with the modern world of cinema. His intensity, emotional rawness, and sheer devotion to craft redefined what it meant to act. Before we get started, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest content. Early life and the making of a New York actor. Born on April 25, 1940 in East Harlem, Al Pacino's early life was steeped in hardship. His parents divorced when he was young, and he was raised by his mother and grandparents in the Bronx. These formative years shaped his understanding of struggle, survival, and ambition, traits that later infused his performances. Pacino dropped out of high school to pursue acting, attending the Herbert Berghof Studio and later the Actors Studio, where he studied under Lee Strasberg, a pioneer of method acting. It was there that Pacino discovered his instrument, a volatile blend of vulnerability and volcanic intensity. His early years on stage taught him discipline, empathy, and the power of silence, tools that would later define his cinematic brilliance. Breakthrough with The Godfather, 1972. Pacino's life changed forever when Francis Ford Coppola cast him as Michael Corleone in The Godfather. The studio wanted a bigger name, but Coppola fought for Pacino, seeing in him the quiet menace the role required. Pacino's transformation from reluctant son to ruthless mafia boss became one of cinema's most iconic arcs. His performance was subtle yet explosive, capturing Michael's evolution with chilling precision. Critics and audiences were mesmerized. A new kind of anti-hero had arrived, one born not of charisma, but of control. The film won 3 Oscars, and Pacino received his first nomination, solidifying his arrival as a major force. The Godfather elevated Pacino to superstardom and redefined crime drama. His portrayal of Michael Corleone was both human and terrifying, embodying a man's surrender to power. Serpico and the moral weight of realism. In 1973, Pacino delivered another masterclass in Sidney Lumet's Serpico, based on the true story of NYPD officer Frank Serpico, who exposed corruption within the police force. Pacino's performance was fierce yet idealistic, painting Serpico as both hero and martyr. His portrayal of a man isolated by integrity resonated deeply with post-Watergate America. Pacino immersed himself in the role, living with the real Frank Serpico and adopting his speech patterns and physicality, a hallmark of method. Acting that made the character unforgettable. Serpico showcased Pacino's moral gravitas, capturing the conflict between ethics and survival. His nuanced portrayal turned a real-life whistleblower into a cinematic legend and established Pacino as Hollywood's conscience, the thinking man's rebel of the 1970s. The tragedy of power in The Godfather Part 2. 2 years later, Pacino returned as Michael Corleone in The Godfather Part 2, delivering one of the greatest performances in film history. Older, colder, and consumed by guilt, Michael's descent into loneliness mirrored Pacino's own exploration of power's corrosive effects. Every gesture, every pause, every whisper in his performance carried emotional weight. The film became the first sequel to win Best Picture, and Pacino's portrayal was hailed as monumental, an actor at the height of his control. In The Godfather Part 2, Pacino turned Michael Corleone into a Shakespearean figure of tragedy. His quiet restraint and emotional precision revealed the human cost of ambition, confirming him as the defining actor of his generation. The explosion of Dog Day Afternoon. Pacino reunited with Lumet for Dog Day Afternoon, 1975, playing Sonny Wartzik, a desperate man who robs a bank to fund his lover's surgery. Pacino's performance was electric, chaotic, empathetic, and deeply human. The film captured 1970s New York with raw immediacy, and Pacino became a vessel for urban angst and rebellion. His improvised line, "Attica, Attica," became iconic, symbolizing outrage and the struggle for dignity in an unjust world. Dog Day Afternoon highlighted Pacino's fearless vulnerability to humanize even the most desperate souls. It remains one of his most celebrated performances. Scarface, the myth of Tony Montana. In 1983, Pacino redefined himself again as Tony Montana in Scarface, directed by Brian De Palma and written by Oliver Stone. Though divisive upon release, the film became a cult phenomenon. Pacino's performance was operatic, larger than life, yet grounded in emotion. Tony's rise and fall mirrored the American dream turned nightmare. Pacino's Tony Montana is excess personified, brutal, ambitious, and tragically human. Say Hello to My Little Friend became a pop culture legend, and Pacino's raw magnetism turned Scarface into a generational touchstone. His unrelenting energy transformed a violent crime saga into a timeless fable about greed and identity, cementing his place in pop culture. Awards, recognition, and Scent of a Woman. After decades of nominations, Pacino won his long-awaited Oscar for Scent of a Woman, 1992, playing Lieutenant Colonel Frank Slade, a blind, embittered ex-soldier who rediscovers purpose through friendship. His performance was fiery, emotional, and deeply charismatic. The role showcased Pacino's ability to blend intensity with heart. His hoo-ah catchphrase and passionate courtroom speech became unforgettable, symbolizing redemption through courage and compassion. Television and Angels in America. Pacino found a new artistic home on television with Angels in America, 2003, where he portrayed Roy Cohn, a ruthless lawyer dying of AIDS. The HBO miniseries earned him an Emmy and a Golden Globe, proving his versatility across mediums. His Cohn was venomous yet tragic, a man destroyed by denial and pride. The performance was a masterclass in moral decay and emotional collapse, showing that Pacino's craft only deepened with age. Later career and reinvention. In his later years, Pacino continued to reinvent himself with roles in The Irishman, Hunters, and House of Gucci. He embraced supporting roles that celebrated legacy over ego, showing the wisdom of an elder statesman of cinema. His work remains fearless, unpredictable yet profoundly authentic. Even at 85, he continues to explore new creative landscapes, embodying the restless spirit that defined his youth. Legacy of the New York School. Al Pacino's career is more than a list of awards. It's a philosophy. His characters were not movie stars, but mirrors of the human condition. As a pillar of the New York School of Acting, he brought method realism into mainstream cinema. His influence on generations of actors, from De Niro to Joaquin Phoenix, is immeasurable. Pacino's art is not about perfection, but presence, the courage to expose one's soul on screen. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching.